Right, hopefully this is working. What a nightmare. It was all a bit last minute, my stream, and then I started streaming and was on for 10 minutes, and then the husband came in and said it's not working, and then I started again and it didn't work, and then I started again and the mic was muted again. Oh, it must be the heat. It's getting to me, I think. Um, so yeah, so I've actually waffled on for like 10 minutes on a stream before this one that actually wasn't even working. But this appears to be working now. So I've just got to get my chat up. So just bear with me for 1 second. I'm really sorry. I'm just going to put my break on a minute. I will be back. I'm back. Oh goodness me, I'm so sorry everyone. I really hope that it's working and everything is fine. Hi to Jim, hi to Wayne. I hope you can hear me okay now. Very much having a blonde moment today. With the streaming, oh dear, I'm not very good at this. I just thought I'd pop on because while I was just looking through the net, as you do, I saw a couple of things that took my interest. So I thought I would just cover them. The chat isn't coming through that well on mine. So if I miss your chat, I am looking on my phone, so I'll do my best, but I won't be able to put up your messages because it's all gone a bit Pete on. I don't know why, it just doesn't like me today, and that's fine. So what I heard, well, what I read just before I came on here was the Daily Express had a breaking news story. And it says Harry Kane has decided his stance on Bayern Munich transfer as Tottenham Aces agents hold talks. So I read the article and it says Bayern Munich is set to push to sign Harry Kane, having previously been linked with Eintracht Frankfurt's Kolo Muani. Bayern have now reignited their pursuit of Kane. The Bundesliga giants have reportedly held talks with Kane's representatives and also family members and are positive about how discussions have panned out. Although they concede that striking a deal would be very difficult, they are confident that they are the striker's preferred location, especially as they have been told by Tottenham that an exit would only be possible if it wasn't to strengthen a Premier League rival such as Manchester United. So, according to the Daily Express, there has been movement from Bayern Munich on the Kane situation. Now, how true that is, I don't know. I thought I'd quickly check in with Sky Bet like I did the other day. The other day he was 9-1 to go to Bayern Munich. Today he is now 7-2 to go to Bayern Munich. So it's been quite a big drop. But as we spoke about previously, there's not much competition for him over in Bayern Munich. He's probably 2 seasons away from being the Premier League all-time top goal scorer. Does he want to leave England? If he does he want to move his whole family to Germany? You know, there's a lot of questions to be asked there. But that is what the Daily Express are reporting today. Also, another bit of breaking news. Tottenham are looking to pay £40 million up front for James Maddison. They want to do a compromise, obviously, where they pay £40 million up front with further add-ons and instalments. Now, I also heard, that was reported in the Telegraph about an hour ago, but I also heard on TalkSport just before then that Leicester are actually looking at reducing the £60 million fee. So there's optimism that a deal can be done there, which is always a good sign. I don't know what you all think, whether you're excited about the prospect of getting Maddison in. I am starting to think it will happen. He's big odds on now to come to Tottenham. So, and with Newcastle now going for Levante, is it, from Southampton? I don't think he'll be going to Newcastle. Last word on Spurs are reporting that Ange Postecoglou is interested in offering Celtic defender Cameron Carter-Vickers the chance to return to Tottenham Hotspur. 25-year-old centre-back is part of a posse of Celtic players that Postecoglou wants to bring with him to Spurs, with the manager also keen on several others. Now, I've heard a lot of people moaning about the possibility of Carter-Vickers coming back. All I can say is, if that's what Ange wants, then obviously we're back him. I know he is rated highly over there, but it is a completely different league, as we all know, when you come to the Premier League compared to the Scottish League. But that's what is being reported regarding him. In other news, Harry Maguire is another option as Tottenham aim to strengthen their back line. Spurs are yet to indicate whether they will make an official bid for Maguire, and there is no certainty that they will. However, they have registered an interest. Now, that again was reported by the Telegraph. So, again, take it with a pinch of salt. I don't know how true it is, but that's what's been reported there. Another bit of news, which is actually good news, is there's a few teams. I think you can bring up chat up now, Kate. It says it's active. No, it says it's waiting for chat. It's being really silly Billy. So I can't bring up chat. I am trying in the background, but it's just not working. The good news is, apparently, according to El Desmarque, which I assume is a newspaper, Atletico Madrid, Seville and Real Betis are all interested in signing Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Tanguy Ndombele. After a title-winning campaign on loan at Napoli, Ndombele is set to return to Spurs this summer. Well, that can only be a little bit of a Brucey bonus, because we haven't really had any interest in our deadwood, so to speak. Wayne, not sure about Carter-Vickers, but hell no to Maguire. It's like replacing Dyer with Dyer. Donkey for donkey. I can only tell you what's being reported. Oh, that's tickled me. Yeah, I can only tell you what's being reported, but that's what they're saying. So we shall see. I'm not convinced Maguire's the right guy either. I've got to be honest. Oh, I can see the chat now. I just can't put it up, so I'm sorry about that. When I come on next time, I will make sure it's sorted. As I say, it was all a bit of a disaster, this stream. A bit like yesterday's with me muting my mic. I'm still getting used to all this software. I'm not very good with it, I'm afraid. Is there any other news? Yeah, again, Bayern and Germany. Falk is a like a correspondent for Just Bayern Munich, and he's reported that Harry Kane and Bayern's agents have all met, and that Bayern are really confident that a deal's going to be done for around 100 million euros. I don't know about that. A bit of nice news. THFC Flags are planning a welcome to N17 Tifo set for Ange Postecoglou's Spurs arrival. So on the first home game, they're planning a big welcome flag display to welcome Ange to the lane, which I think is lovely. Make him feel at home. So that's good. Wolfsburg are demanding around £26 million to sell Tottenham target Mickey van der Ven. That's on the Evening Standard. Doesn't sound like a great deal of money to me when I've read about, seen his stats and read about the guy. I think that seems like a reasonable amount of money. Fabrizio Romano has said that Spurs scouting team love Tapsoba and see him as their ideal signing. He said that figures around 70 million are way off and that they would be more likely to accept 45 to 50, perhaps with some add-ons. Maybe we could chuck in Dyer, Dyer, Sanchez, Winks, Sessegnon. We'll chuck a few in there, get the price down. Romano is quoted as saying, "I keep saying that Tapsoba is a priority target because Tottenham love him. Their scouts have been so many times to follow him. He's a player they really, really love and they feel he is perfect for the Premier League. And he is faster than Rashford." So that is an exciting prospect if we can get that deal done. If we can get that deal done. But yes, that's exciting. 26 million, if he's as good as he's made out to be, pay it. Same with, I was talking about Tapsoba. Do you mean I was talking about Tapsoba, I assume you mean Van de Ven as well. But Tapsoba is the one that Romano was talking about, but he's 45 to 50 million. Sorry, I'm think the chat's behind my talking, so but yeah, Tapsoba for 26 million. Oh, I feel like the clock will cock. Tapsoba is 45 to 50 million. Van de Ven is around 26 million. So yeah, I'd like to get them both, please. There's been reports that Manchester United are looking to take a loss on Jadon Sancho. They paid 85 million euros, which is about 73 million pounds, but they're prepared to let him go to Tottenham for 45 million pounds. But I think what everyone seems to be forgetting is he's on £350,000 a week there. He's not going to get anywhere near that. So I can't for the life of me see that happening. But the Daily Mail have also said that several other players such as Harry Maguire and Martial will also be sold this summer, as Ten Hag wants more money to spend as he looks to bring in a new striker and goalkeeper. So yeah, the Sancho thing, I don't think it's anything to do with the fee. I think it's more to do with the wages. I mean, £350,000 a week isn't something to be sniffed at, is it? I just think it's out of our price range. But anyway, any other breaking news that's come up in the last few minutes? I believe Vicario had his medical today and they're expecting an announcement within the next 2 days. So again, another exciting prospect. As I said in my video yesterday, Porro needs to be signed on a permanent deal on Saturday, 1st of July. That needs to be sorted out because we had an obligation to buy him. It wasn't a loan with an option, it was a loan with an obligation. So that's got to be triggered on Saturday. Tapsoba's trending actually on Twitter. Just says, just in, breaking news. THFC and Bayer Leverkusen are in talks over a deal for Edmund Tapsoba. Personal terms will not be an issue. Oh, well, that's good. That's coming from Paul O'Keefe, who's normally he's pretty reliable. He actually reported about the David Raya deal going Pete Tong, I think, before I heard it anywhere else. Hugo Lloris has released a statement. "We have reached an important moment, whether it be for me or the club. It's the end of an era. I have a desire for something else. I will study what is possible. I haven't forgotten I have a year left on my contract, so it's hard to predict what will happen." I can't see Hugo being there come the end of this window, not in a million years. So, but it's quite sad, really, how he's been at the club too long and his form's dropped, but he's done wonders for us, been a fantastic servant. Anything else? I'm just going through. just to check. It breaks so quick. Well, I say it breaks. The rumours are so quick. Yeah, Manchester United have... Not Manchester United, sorry. Newcastle have opened concrete talks to sign Tino Livramento. Fee around £12 million. That broke earlier. About just before I came on, actually. FC Barcelona urgently need to sell player, and Frankie de Jong's departure cannot be ruled out. Whatever that is. I think, apart from speculation, well, it's all speculation. What am I talking about? There's nothing concrete. It says that AC Milan and Chelsea are closing in on Ruben Loftus-Cheek deal for €16 million fee. I know we don't really care what that lot down the road are doing. I'm just reading out what is the latest news. But as far as Tottenham goes, I think that's it. I mean, we all learn that Paratici is still working at Tottenham in a consultancy capacity. God dear, try saying that if you're drunk. He's had some of his conditions overturned by his appeal. However, he's not actually employed by the club because they're under a real restructure at the moment. But he is working on a consultancy basis, which, to be fair, is probably better than Levy taking control and doing it all himself, because we all know how that will go. So yeah, we've got that news. It was Bentancur's birthday yesterday. Just thought I'd throw that in. I was meant to chuck it in yesterday to say that happy birthday to old Benny. But has anyone else got anything they've heard, or anything they're interested in? I'm still a little bit disappointed we haven't been linked to Eze, really. But it looks like Maddison is the one they want. I'm hoping that is purely because Ange desperately wants him, and that it's not a club signing. I hope that it's an Ange signing. He seems to have done his homework. Can't believe he starts his job on Saturday. This year is just going crazily fast. 1st of July on Saturday, so Jim and I were debating whether he will do a press conference on Saturday, which I'm not sure. As the new manager of Tottenham Hotspur, will he do one? I'm not entirely sure, but it'd be interesting to see what he says. I think there's a real buzz about seeing this exciting football. I just hope he gets time. I think that's the main thing. He's going to need time. It's a big job. Big job, big rebuild. So I hope everyone doesn't get on his back if we have a couple of poor results. Anything else? Saw a guy saying they don't want Bremer because he's prone to getting yellow cards, and him and Romero wouldn't be a good pairing. But I'm not sure I agree with that. TalkSport tonight he will have to do one soon, Kate's in the Premier League rules. Yeah, the press conference, yeah, I suppose he will. They're highlighting the fact that Maddison's close to Spurs, they're saying on TalkSport. But we say everyone's kind of having a bit of a meltdown, me included, because nothing's happened in concrete, but it has only been opened a few days. Reading on Spurs Twitter that Maddison's wages will be about £9 million a year. That's almost £200,000 a week. I think we could have gotten away with a lower wage for him. What if he turns into another Ndombele? I don't think that's going to happen. He's got Premier League experience. Ndombele came in with no experience today, so I think that's a bit of a silly statement. That's just somebody on Twitter having a moan. There's always something to moan about. Yeah, Newcastle fans bitter and salty. I'm sorry, but if Maddison wants to go to Spurs and they want to pay him that ridiculous wage a week, then they're more for them. We won't pay his wages. 175,000 a week smashes our structure. Well, it sounds like sour grapes to me. There's always a bit of saltiness going about. But anyway, I'm waffling now. Still can't believe that I messed this stream up again. That's 2 in 3. Absolutely unbelievable. Um, but yeah, please comment below, like, subscribe. I will be back when there's some news. I'm thinking, hopefully, please, goodness, please, that we will announce Vicario tomorrow. If not Wednesday. But we'll see. Yeah, Madison probably will be worth every penny, Jim. At the end of the day, we need him desperately. Um, we are, do you know what? It's close season, the transfer window, and Tottenham don't stop getting it all over, all over Twitter. All the other fans laughing at us, honestly. So yeah, that's all the news I have got. As I say, please hit the like, subscribe, enable notifications. I shall hopefully be back tomorrow. I have a busy day tomorrow getting my car serviced and whatnot, but I shall try and pop on in the evening. If not, it will be Wednesday. Obviously, if there's any breaking news in the meantime, I shall be on hopefully with an unmuted microphone so I can actually talk to you all. Oh, I'm so blonde. I might be grey, but I'm blonde, really. Absolute blonde. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, come on, you